connection with our favorite girl, right? Yeah. So you know she's here for the Christmas treat and also like Constitution in St. Andrew. It's a girl Jazz, and you know we have to give her the live update. So for all of the naysayers, that's no capping, right? All right.
Yes.
So say something.
Oh, to all of Jamaica, and Merry Christmas when it comes. I will be working all December on my potholes in the road.
That me know too.
Yeah, man. We are going to be fixing roads all Christmas. We can do it. Our community is up to the task, and I am here to give them the support. To all our boys and girls, we are coming to you. And truck behind is our roving treat for Christmas.
All right.
We'll be everywhere.
All right. Wanja.
Just before we go to the break, listeners, just to advise you that we're being told that Television Jamaica has retracted and apologized to the Prime Minister. Of course, we told you earlier that Mr. Holness, his attorneys had written to the station threatening to sue for defamation over a news report yesterday. But we're now being told that that retraction and apology has come.
No capping, right? All right.
But the Prime Minister's statement was very clear. He said many things. He thought that this was a transparent attempt at attacking his character. He was very clear on that. And I know that we in the Cabinet, we stand with the Prime Minister on this matter.
God Almighty, this looks serious, man.
Prime Minister in his statement was very clear that he was not a director, he's not a shareholder, he doesn't own the property. That was very clear in his statement, and that is what I would like to be reported.
Now welcome back to another exclusive for live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review.
Let me tell you, blood kill a pussy hole out there, you hear? Me, I give you no gunshot out here. Don't fuck with yourself, you hear?
Now blessings and blessings my viewers and my subscribers, and thanks for tuning in to another exclusive for a topic discussion and review. Now before I get into the more important issues of today's discussion, I just want to share this clip of this policewoman shameful behavior, and frankly I think them fit disarm our weapon for this kind of behavior, especially in front of schools kids. Come on, check out what I go some of my viewers and my subscribers.
Let me tell you, blood kill a pussy hole out there, you hear? Me, I give you no gunshot out here. Don't fuck with yourself, you hear? Now no dumb necessarily collect extortion. Say big blood clot right down the middle of the gunshot. You hear me telling them? Don't fuck with yourself. You hear me telling them? Don't fuck.
Let me know on the fast zone in the comment section, you know. You understand? Cause these kind of behavior is unacceptable. Now I mean I know some people might feel, you know, but this is wrong. No police, regardless of what, should behave in this manner.
Don't fuck with yourself. You hear me telling them? Don't fuck.
I don't say we as a nation we in a trouble. No, just for say ain't time to do that. That did go off and unalive the youth. You'd hear a different story, you know. Cause you'd hear say the youth a scammer, the youth a gunman, the youth try take weapon, and I saw him get unalive. And even though people witness what out there, nothing will not comes of it, because there is no street camera on the street to protect the citizens, and the police officer doesn't have a body cam. If an actual individual wasn't out there at that moment, a video it, we would have missed this moment. If the individual, like right now, like the officer violate his rights as a citizen. This clip right here, if him take it to the government, she can get in big trouble because her behavior is unacceptable. It's unlawful what she did.
Let me tell you, blood clot. Kill the pussy hole out there, you hear? Me, for you, no gunshot out there.
No, my viewers and my subscribers, this woman could never be a police officer. No way. She listen to woman language. Number 28. I saw you train a police officer there in Jamaica. I just hope someone can see this video and report this woman to the proper authority before this woman unalive innocent people with her anger behavior. And these are the things make Jamaica can never get better, because if the youth decide now if you go challenge it, him not gonna get no justice. The only kind of justice him would get is a casket. Now why if you take a listen to what Cliff Hughes have to say about the condition he sees Jamaica in presently. Listen to him, I say.
Look at what's happening with the KSAMC and building approvals. Yeah? The Barnett case. And before that, several other court rulings that lay bare that the system is broken, is in need of serious and urgent fixes. But the will is not there. Political will is not there to fix it. Because a lot of people benefit from the chaos and the corruption, the under the table thing.
I do note that there were some reports overnight that had said things different than that. And I note that this morning there are some editorial notes under some of those reports, which means that individuals are now clarifying previous reports that had been made. It is really important, especially when we're dealing with someone's integrity and character, that we get the stories right.
Now, Miss Morrison, you can go and come and make big report about people them retract them statement. They retract their statement because your boss, Andrew number 28, decide to sue the people them because him have the thief in money, weigh my teeth up, but don't count your egg before them hatch, because it's gonna be proven, you know, that number 28, your boss, yeah, is connected to it through his son, Adam Holness. His name was listed on there, and we know say number 28 remove himself and put him son on it, and as some know say that man is not a easy man, because any man will put him son under the bus for save him ass. You understand? It's not a good thing, and him a teach his sons for do wrongs.
And that we don't issue statements that are not completely accurate. And I see the reports being corrected, and I'm very happy for that, and I thank members of the media who have been correcting their stories overnight. That's important. But the Prime Minister was very clear about his relationship with this company and his surprise that he would have been named in it. And as I said, we'll be reviewing the report and we'll make additional statements.
Woman, move from there. But you thank people for reach out them statement. After they force the people them for reach out them statement with a big lawsuit. Laugh. Take people for idiot, you know. Now, before we go any further in this broadcast, why if you take a listen to the latest news what's brewing in Jamaica. This is the latest news out. This was come out maybe around 5 hours ago. Listen to what the news is saying, broadcasting to the nation right this present moment about the Prime Minister.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has accused the Integrity Commission of engaging in what he calls a transparent attempt to attack his reputation. It follows this week's release of a report alleging that a company linked to Mr. Holness's business partner Norman Brown breached the law by building an apartment complex with more rooms than a permit allowed in St. Andrew. The report from the Commission's Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, said that the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation also failed to ensure that Estate Bridge Holdings Limited complied with the terms terms of the permit issued in 2021. A company solely owned by Mr. Holness, Imperium Investments, owned shares in Estate Bridge up to October 2022. The current shareholders of Estate Bridge are Mr. Brown, one of Mr. Holness's sons, and a sister. Mr. Brown is the chairman of the state's Urban Development Corporation and the Housing Agency of Jamaica, both of which report to Mr. Holness.
Now even a blind can see that the Prime Minister is connected to this development through his family. How as it is that his sister and his son are the management for Estate Bridge. Now we are witnessing where we see the most honorable number 28 using his financial means and powers to intimidate and deter the IC and the news media from shedding the truth. However, as them say, you can carry the donkey to the well, but you cannot drink the water for him.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said he was puzzled that he was mentioned in the report because he was neither a director nor a shareholder in Estate Bridge. The Integrity Commission noted Mr. Holness's disclosure in a separate probe that his now shuttered offshore company ADMAT transferred the property to Estate Bridge under a land development agreement. ADMAT's assets minus the property in Beverly Hills were transferred to Imperium. And the Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, who is from the opposition party, has demanded a report from the technical officials. Both Mr. Holness and his business partner are separately challenging an Integrity Commission report in court. That report raised questions about Mr. Holness's finances and also said that Mr. Brown's roles on the boards that report to Mr. Holness raised conflict of interest concerns.
And claiming it's an attack on his reputation. Papa Jesus, listen more. We have the most honorable number 28 locked in a serious battle with the Integrity Commissioner. Now the Integrity Commissioner is aiming to set a precedent in Jamaica where anybody, any person go in government, it doesn't matter who you want to be, the Integrity Commissioner and make sure say they do what they are appointed to do to make sure that the nation, the leader is an honest person. However, on the other hand, we have the most honorable Prime Minister number 28 is trying to undermine the Integrity Commissioner, which is the body that should hold politicians accountable for their unfair actions, them thieving action from the public purse. Now here we have a Prime Minister that was part of the making of this body. When he was coming into power, he helped make the Integrity Commissioner. Now here we have him challenge the Integrity Commissioner for doing their job. So how can we be a better nation? How can we have a leader that says politician should just be able to do anything, but you as the regular citizen, should abide by his rule? Now I have a vision of the Jamaica honorable number 28 want Jamaican to be like down a Korea where entire walk him want put up a big statue himself cause him feel like he's a god and people should bow to him because we vote him in a power and him get rich and see him exercising powers because TVJ did a broadcast about what the Integrity Commissioner reported about the Prime Minister. Now TVJ is a news media and they read the report. Number 28 getting him feelings. The Gleaner also did a report about it. Number 28 getting him feelings and say the people them discriminate him or disrespect him. So true him have him dirty money, him threaten to sue TVJ, the Gleaner, all of these news media that put out the report. So clearly it assures say he might try quiet these media from speaking about what the Integrity Commissioner put out in their report. Now what I think the Prime Minister and his minions them, his parliamentarian them may fail to realize that politics back in Siago time is different from now. Now is modern time, where certain corruption could slip past us back in the days. Now with technology, all of your business, all of your corruption are gonna get leaked out. So it's best if you're in a certain high places or high position like a prime minister, it's just best you just play by the rules, because with internet it's just a matter of time before everything I go just bust out upon the internet and the world I go see. No, I want you to check out this overseas individual talking about the toss-up between Andrew Holness and the IC. Cause as you can hear, the Prime Minister spokesperson Dana Morris is saying that this is a target attack on the Prime Minister for ruining his reputation. The Labour parties as well also been making all kinds of disgraceful comments towards the Integrity Commissioner of our country. Now what I'm trying to get at, and I hope number 28 get it, is that the international eyes are seeing what is unfolding in our little nation of Jamaica, and this need to stop. It doesn't look good on us. Now check out this 4 minutes or maybe 3 minutes of what this individual saying about the situation with Andrew Holness and the IC.
Imagine this. You're accused of breaking the rules in a game you didn't even know you were playing. Sounds unfair, right? Well, this is the storm brewing in Jamaica as Prime Minister Andrew Holness once again locks horns with the Integrity Commission. But is this about justice, politics, or something else entirely? Let's explore. Jamaica's Integrity Commission recently dropped a bombshell. Allegations tying the Prime Minister to a high-end residential development in St. Andrew. They claim Estate Bridge Holdings Limited, the company behind the project, breached building permit conditions, and somehow Holness is allegedly linked to it. But the Prime Minister has categorically denied any connection to the company, its property, or its dealings. He's even roped in his lawyers to review the Commission's findings. His take: the report reeks of a targeted attack. And if you're thinking, haven't I heard this before? You're right. This isn't his first tango with the Integrity Commission. This spat feels eerily familiar. Just a few months back, Holness faced allegations over discrepancies in his financial declarations. The Integrity Commission couldn't confirm or deny his compliance, leaving a cloud of suspicion hanging over him. In fact, Prime Minister Holness has been granted permission for a judicial review to invalidate 2 Integrity Commission reports questioning his statutory declarations and financial dealings. The court ruled he met the threshold to challenge the reports due to their potential adverse impact on his rights, but denied his bid to compel the Commission to certify his 2022 and 2023 declarations. Fast forward to today, and we're seeing yet another public showdown. But is this about governance, or is it personal? Before we answer that, let's talk about the other players in this saga, Estate Bridge Holdings. The directors of Estate Bridge aren't holding back. Their defense: the Integrity Commission has it all wrong. They insist the construction is fully compliant and that room counts meet the approved plans. Any observed differences, they argue, are typical tweaks during construction, not outright breaches. But here's where it gets juicier. Estate Bridge accuses the Commission of bad timing, claiming the report coincides suspiciously with their own legal battles against the Commission. Coincidence or calculated move? You decide. What does this mean for Jamaica? This isn't just a legal squabble, it's a reflection of something deeper. The Integrity Commission plays a vital role in holding leaders accountable. But when its actions are repeatedly questioned, it raises doubts about whether the watchdog is being weaponized. or simply doing its job? Now, here's something you might not know. 1. Jamaica's Integrity Commission has faced criticism before for its alleged lack of transparency. 2. This marks the second time in under a year that Prime Minister Holness has called in his legal team against the Commission, a rare move for a sitting leader. Is this just another chapter in Jamaica's political drama, or are we witnessing a pivotal moment for accountability in governance? One thing is certain. Trust in leadership and institutions is at stake. So, what do you think? Is the Integrity Commission shining a light on real issues, or is this a vendetta against the Prime Minister?
And I had to bring it to you because the way how him articulate what he has to say, it just brings joy to my ears, and I had to share it with you so that the Prime Minister can be aware that the international eyes are watching Miss Dana Morrison. The international eyes are seeing this corruption. Now, I want you to share your thoughts down in my comment section to this question.
Is the Integrity Commission shining a light on real issues, or is this a vendetta against the Prime Minister?
What are your thoughts?
Wickedest one. Thief. I get away money on some billion here. I will not say
Now I'm going to make you listen to number 28 spokes lady Diane Morrison, or what she want name. But me no know people, me no know if you notice it. You know them say Pinocchio, the more you tell lie, and the more your nose grow. It seems to me like the more this woman tell lie and defend corruption for the Prime Minister, is the more her head grow. Cause God have a way of working upon them, and them no know. She needs to look in the mirror and she say every time she tell a lie, her head I get bigger and bigger. However, this woman, Dana Morrison, or what she want name, always a take up for the Prime Minister. I've never ever see this woman, even when the Prime Minister come out and admit that he has done something wrong, this woman take up for him and say him never did mean to say that and all this kind of thing. No, number 28 come out and announce that the roads them is a state of emergency. With kids them dunce, them now learn nothing in a school. But here this woman at say, when she's asked by this young lady, listen, the young lady asks her the question.
Here from CVM. Just to follow up to that, Minister, can the Prime Minister effectively lead when his name has been linked to so many adverse IC findings?
I think the Prime Minister can definitely lead, and if
you see what is happening, he is leading. He's leading our country very well.
As I started this post-cabinet press briefing, I spoke about our unemployment rate at record low.
You the young lady asks her, and this is her response. And clearly, her response is saying, it assure you say, as some bullyism, because she say, him a rule same way. Whether you want to say him corrupt or not, him a rule same way.
You see what is happening, he is leading. He's leading our country very well.
Don't you say him a rule, and him a rule well. How is he ruling well? How is he ruling well? Here we have a situation where we have $3 trillion missing. Now, here she come out again and she's saying that the money is not missing but unaccounted for. Yeah? And why the money was unaccounted for was because all of these ministry within the 9 years of the GLP party being in power didn't submit their financial statement to the financial auditor general. So all of these funds has been unaccounted for, and if this lady never come out and point it out to the nation, it would still go unaccounted for. Now here we have Diane Morris and the Prime Minister is threatening the news media and whoever mentioned that the money is missing, yeah, they saying that it's false statement. She's saying that the money is unaccounted for. I would think missing and unaccounted for are similar the same. Because if this hasn't pointed out to the nation, this would go unaccounted for. Because Nigel Clark said that we economy are do good and whatever, and he never let us know that this $3 trillion was unaccounted for from the ministries. Listen to what the news is saying, because as I said, to all them threatening the news people, them Andrew Holness and him lawyer and them, the news have to be broadcasting the way how they want them to broadcast it. Them can't broadcast it like how me I do it. You understand what I say to you? Because me go give you the truth. The news have to polish it up, because Mr. 28 we give them a lawsuit, fat up in more 28 account, and the people them can't challenge him. The people them now have no money. So him a prep on these the financial sufferings of these people, because I know these people are talking the truth, and if they would have the money for challenging him in court, they would. But because they don't have the money, them just have to back down and let him go on with it, or them probably no want to lose them job.
Up first this evening, the Finance Ministry has issued an urgent appeal to all ministries to submit outstanding financial reports to the Office of the Auditor General.
Now, this follows a review of the Auditor General's annual report by the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, which found that $3 trillion in spending has been unaccounted for over 6 to 11 years.
Now, this is how number 28 want the news media to present them news, yeah? Tell us some things that doesn't make sense. Cause the money missing, but they must say the money has been unaccounted for from 6 to 11 years. Now make it make sense to me, my viewers and my subscribers. If the GLP government has been in power for 9 years, work it out. How comes the money has been unaccounted for between 6 and 11 years when this present government, as I said, has been in government for 9 of them 11 years? Listen.
Of the Auditor General's annual report by the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, which found that $3 trillion in spending has been unaccounted for over 6 to 11 years.
As Kalisha Williams reports, that and other issues were discussed at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing.
First, Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon indicated that the review done by JAMP was taken out of context, and it is important that the government clears the air. In pointing to the Gleaner article, which reported on the findings that $3 trillion have been unaccounted for across several government ministries, and while noting that the article did state that the funds are not missing, she expressed concern about what has been said on social media.
I've seen the reports, and I've seen even social media campaigns and letter writing campaigns that are happening based on false information. The reality is that some ministries have not finished doing their accounts, and that's a problem.
Now check my reason, viewers and subscribers, how this woman work. That's why I say she's not a good spokesperson. She weak, her game is weak. And the Prime Minister should realize that, because we can dissect what she's saying, and her facial expression that shows that she's lying for you. Because here she's saying that the people them putting out fake information, and here now we are witness where she's saying that the money is not missing, it's unaccounted for because the ministry has not updated their accounts to the Auditor General.
False information. The reality is that some ministries have not finished doing their accounts, and that's a problem. But there are no missing funds.
So you see, it wasn't fake information. It's actually real, and it's a problem. And that's why the Gleaner put it out. But yet still, she's saying it's fake information. Is the money missing or is it not missing? Is it accounted for or is it still unaccounted for? It's unaccounted for because the ministries has not updated them financial account within the 9 years of the government be in power. And she cannot tell me nothing else. And if Uno can't see it, well, me no know. Something wrong with Uno. Uno brains not working.
But there are no missing funds.
At Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing, it was further explained that due to a change in the system, some ministries have not been able to submit their financial reports to the Auditor General. However, JAMP did describe the funds being unaccounted for as a financial crisis, and given the current climate, it is not clear whether mischief did not play a role. But in going further, this is what Finance Minister Favour Williams had to say.
Based on the listing in that same report that was published by the Gleaner, many of these appropriations accounts were outstanding during the period 2012-2013, which is the fiscal year 2012-2013, the fiscal year 2015-2016. So the new administration that came in at that time would have had a difficult time bringing those accounts up to speed, and that's what we're witnessing here now.
And you're now saying that the money has been missing from 2012 to 2016. That's just before the Prime Minister was sworn into power as Prime Minister of Jamaica. And because of the backlog from then, the GLP government was unable or needed ample amount of time to catch up with the loss of this $3 trillion within Uno books. Now I want to take a listen to our new financial minister explaining to us that this backlog of this $3 trillion has been there from when the PNP was in power, and even though them have 9 years, they still could not bring their books up to date. And to the day, if the Gleaner didn't announce it, everything would have still remained the same in for them eyes. Now you hear she, the financial minister, is saying that she urged all the government ministry and she going to force them and maybe take out law for them to make sure say them get them book up to dated in time. Cause once it past certain time, it is so difficult to really get it correct, and it has passed so much time, so obviously you understand she telling you that it's difficult to get it correct. So you know what I mean. I don't know why she said now them need additional resources to get this $3 million within the ministry get updated to where it should be. So you see them in a government for so long, and what have changed? We have laugh, you know. Poopa Jesus, listen to our God here, people.
Members of the media, Jamaicans all, good morning again. Making the rounds in social media, emails, and other media is an article written by Kimon Francis of the Jamaica Gleaner about findings by Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal that some $3 trillion are accounted for or unaccounted for. In that same article, I want to highlight that Kimon of the Gleaner said that Jeanette Calder, Executive Director of Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, herself said it is not that the money is missing. It is that reports due to the Auditor General have not been submitted by several ministries. So I want to repeat that. It is not that the money is missing. It is that reports due to the Auditor General have not been submitted by several.
Alright, since you want to say that, then you want to say is the PNP party leave that backlog of $3 trillion. Okay. Uno in power for 9 years. Why is it that uno say uno run books and all of these government entities financial statement didn't calculate all of those money that was outstanding? Why is it that these government entities has not been sending in them financial statement to the auditor general so that the books them where you now are sure can have a clear figure, can be, in credit instead of be in minus? So all the years in time una say things are get better from the books, $3 trillion were outstanding. And if this lady never come and point it out to the public, it would still, uno would have still run government and it still would go unnoticed. So what that says about uno in government? And these are the things we want the nation to look at. Now I'm going to show you say the IC is not being biased against the most honorable Prime Minister number 28, because here we have National Insurance, the NIS administrator for Westmoreland is being charged by the IC.
Mr. McIntosh is an NIS administrator at the Westmoreland Parish Office of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. According to the Integrity Commission's Director of Investigations, Mr. McIntosh contacted a complainant claiming unpaid NIS contributions for both the individual and their business. The amounts reportedly totaled over $600,000. During these engagements, Mr. McIntosh allegedly provided his personal banking details via WhatsApp and encouraged the complainant to make payments directly to his account. The Commission confirmed the phone number used in the communication as that belonging to Mr. McIntosh. Furthermore, it was confirmed that the bank account details he shared were linked to an active account in his name. Evidence was gathered from Digital Jamaica Limited, NIS inspectors, and the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, corroborating the allegations. The DI's report highlights multiple violations of the Ministry's National Insurance Scheme Compliance Operations Procedure Manual. Specifically, Mr. McIntosh acted outside the permissible steps for collecting outstanding contributions and solicited funds for personal gain. Additionally, his actions are deemed to be in contravention of the Corruption Prevention Act, which prohibits public officers from soliciting or obtaining financial benefits through the abuse of their position. The DEI also raised concern that Mr. McIntosh may have exploited information obtained from the NIS's registration and application information system for personal gain. The Director of Corruption Prosecution, Keisha Prince Kimika, has ruled that Mr. McIntosh be charged. The Commission also recommended that the Labour Ministry implement comprehensive training for NIS employees on compliance procedures and ethical conduct. It also urged contributors to pay sharper attention to proper payment methods to prevent fraudulent activities. The DI appealed to other potential victims to come forward and report any interactions they may have had with Mr. McIntosh in relation to their NIS contributions.
So if the IC was only targeting Andrew Holness, all of these other members within the government were take down because of them corruption, uno don't have a problem with it. But uno Labourite and uno government official of the Labour Party only have a problem with the Integrity Commissioner investigating the most honorable number 28. Now, I'm gonna point out to you again what the most honorable number 28 doing to Jamaica is wrong. This man is the reason why Jamaica is violence. And if you think that's too much of a strong statement for make about the Prime Minister, I'm gonna show you all of the proof when me talk about. Here we have the Integrity Commissioner being threatened, saying that when election come up, them have to run way out of Jamaica. These are the people that are making sure that we have a better government. They stand for justice. So if we have a government body doing their job, and because the Prime Minister doesn't agree with them, and I take them to court, want to sue them, want to do everything, and now his supporters them, I follow him, and them ready for dopey the Integrity Commissioner, the very people that are there for uphold the justice in the country. So if the Prime Minister, who is the leader, want to take down the people them will uphold justice, what that says about him? Who is the criminal? Who is the one who extorting violence in our nation? Andrew Holness doesn't have to pull the trigger for be a murderer, you know. He doesn't have to pull the trigger for be a KILLER. It's just like a gangster out on the street. If a man diss the gangster, one of them people them from him inside, I go do defend it. And if them get catch, just like in Vybz Kartel situation, ain't telling no one on Vybz Kartel. There was no evidence to show say Vybz Kartel, you know what I mean, unalive anybody. But because he was what? The man, he was the one all of them Gaza people they look up to. So anything the people them do, it always lead back to Vybz Kartel. And now it's the same thing with the Prime Minister. And these are all evidence showing you say this man, because of his behavior and attitude towards the Integrity Commissioner, his supporters are now sending serious threats to the Integrity Commissioner. Here we have Mr. Vegas is saying, I condemn any threats against Jamaica at Integrity JA. We have a justice system to preside over matters that are deemed unlawful. Now up on the screen is a post that was posted by the Integrity Commissioner, and it reads, for who all of the labor right them who can't read, is saying, attention, public notice, blocked social media accounts. The Integrity Commissioner wishes to advise that recently a handful of disturbing posts have been directed to the Commissioner from what appears to be political aligned social media accounts. The posts in question have contained threats, unwanted sexual content, hateful remarks, and dehumanizing commentary. The Commissioner, acting pursuant to his published social media policy and those of his powers that are prescribed by Section 6(3) of the Integrity Commissioner Act, has taken the decision to block these accounts. As an example, one such social media user commented, when the election called, you book a flight with your family, we go get you. This, among other anonymous threats, has been made via social media to the IC representative. The Commissioner, without hesitation, protect its social media accounts and its officers from commentary which, among other things, crosses the line which divides common decency and civility from ranks indecency and obscenity. Remember, you know, when him there coming up power, you know, him say vote for him because him a make una sleep with no window on the door open. If una vote for the PNP, I be a gunshot and rate. And look what we as a nation are witnessing right in front of our eyes. Mass shooting after mass shooting. 44 person unalive in a week. The government corruption within the government is at the highest we have ever seen it. Our youths don't have no education. All them want to do a ton chopper. Gun runnings and Coca-Cola runnings in Jamaica is at the highest we have seen it in our nation. Now I'm gonna leave with Cliff Hughes because this is huge and maybe him can talk some sense into because him and Andrew Holness friend but to be fair, him having moments ain't time the corruption lick him. And it look like him going in bed with it on him conscience. And him have to come out and speak out. Hear him speak out.
Look at what's happening with the KSAMC and building approvals. Yeah? The Barnett case. And before that, several other court rulings that lay bare that the system is broken, is in need of serious and urgent fixes. But the will is not there. The political will is not there to fix it. Because a lot of people benefit from the chaos and the corruption, the under the table thing. Yes. And I see where the Delroy Williams-led Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation issued a statement saying that they're going to be investigating and doing their own review of what the Integrity Commission and the DPP have found in relation to the Barnett matter. Now you tell me, the KSAMC is the problem, is part of the problem with NEPA. How are they going to investigate themselves? Nothing is going to come of it. And it wouldn't be the first time that they say that they are doing reviews and investigations and nothing will come of it. Yeah? The KSAC, as it was then, now KSAMC, they have long past their sell-by dates. They're, as I said, they're political troughs. Yeah? You look at the state of town centers and you see that the local authorities are not working. They're not working. And they command every year millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And it is the politically well-connected and their associates who benefit. Communities don't. Yeah? Residents of the towns, they are politically well-connected and their associates who benefit. Communities don't. Yeah? Residents of the towns, they are supposed to exercise authority, are not really important. So we're putting up townhouses and villages and whatever and communities, and the rules are observed. In the breach, there's no substantive enforcement of the rules, and it goes on and on and on. And you hear any outcry, you see any real definitive action from the Minister of Local Government and the Ministry of Local Government or the Office of the Prime Minister to deal with this matter that has been laid bare by the Integrity Commission and now the ODPP, the DPP's office? Nothing. Yes? The KSAC tells us, oh, they're going to be investigating. Investigate my foot? Huh? They're going to be investigating. They can't investigate themselves. That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself. And we have had too many examples. Huh? Some time ago, it sent some of its technical officers on leave or suspended them. Yeah? And what has happened to those? You remember the incident that went before the court? The Roseberry Drive issue? Nothing. Now the Charlie Mount Barnett issue? Nothing. And it continues. We're not serious. We're not serious about local government. At all. Not serious.
And
what we want, money! What we want, money! What we want, money! Okay! Alright,
my name is Saint Patrice Ennis. I am the General Secretary of the Union of Technical technical, administrative, and supervisory personnel, UTAS, which represent certain categories of workers here at the clinic. What you are now seeing is that workers have embarked on protest action in furtherance of their cause to have payment of retroactive salaries and improved wages begin and made in the December pay cycle. We have just concluded our negotiation for the 23 to 24, 24 to 25 contract period. At no point during the negotiations did the company indicate or even hint that they had any difficulty in making these payments in the December pay cycle. We were all under the impression that people would be paid in December, and we, as a consequence, made a lot of compromises. We left a lot of things on the table in order to meet the pay cycle and to meet the deadline before the payroll could be closed or would have been closed. The company have not informed me formally. They have indicated to our delegates and chief delegate that they will not be making the payment of the improved wages and the retroactive amounts. And even worse, they have given no indication as to when such payment will be made. That is what has drawn the ire of the workers, and this is what you now see. They have now, since morning, been protesting to demand that the payment be made in the December pay cycle.